Welcome to It Takes Two. I'm Blair.
I'm Chris.
And today we'll be talking about Love Island Games Season 2, Episode 14.
I need you to subscribe, like, share, comment, all the above. Are you happy you have the board?
Yes.
You just don't have the background. But guess what? You got the board. So listen here. There's one question and one question only that I want to see in the comments answered, please. Did Garby do it on purpose? I will give you my answer once we get to that scene. You ready, Blair?
I'm ready.
Let's go.
Power Squad is deliberating. Andrea is fighting to keep Josh off of their list as far as guys going to the duel, but they have to mark their targets with a kiss. Toby kissed Garby's forehead. Johnny kissed Nicola's cheek. Lucinda kissed Josh's cheek, and Gabby kissed Kendall's cheek.
You hit the nail on the head last episode, Blair. You said that you did not think that Andrea would have the numbers to actually keep Andrea off the board. Josh, rather. Sorry. But we have to give Tyrique credit. He kept Justine off the board.
Yeah.
But for Tyrique, not for Justine. You get what I'm saying? He did it for himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we get to the next day. Josh and Justine have a convo. He felt bad about letting his team down, but he's ready to tackle today, and the unknown is what sucks.
Okay.
They get a text to gather around the fire pit, and Tyrique can't stop smiling. So they already know something is up.
Of course.
So they reveal that the Power Squad choose who will duel, and they mark their targets with a kiss. So people start remembering who gave them a kiss. So we will have Josh versus Kendall and Nicola versus Garby.
Okay.
The winners will be safe and the losers will go home. Kendall asks why him and Josh. Tyrique said there's a clear divide in the house and the best way to get rid of one of you is to have you guys duel.
Yeah.
Josh thinks it was the Johnny show and the girls didn't have much say.
What is your thoughts on that?
I feel like when it came to the choices of the guys, they chose who they believe to be the best competitors, and I feel like that's fair. When it came to the ladies, it would have been, if it was the best competitors, it would have been Garby and Justine. Yeah. But Tyrique is in there. Johnny's his friend. Toby's his friend. He has the numbers on his side. So unfortunately, Andrea just didn't have the numbers on her side.
No. Kendall, let's go back to when they was in the room talking. They said it really would not benefit us to put Casey up there because we all feel like we could beat Casey. Yeah. So it wouldn't change the dynamic of the house. It wouldn't make our chances of winning the money any higher because it would stay the same. So I need Kendall to not be dense right now and understand that, Kendall, if you want to stay here, just being friends with the girls ain't gonna keep you here.
Absolutely not.
You have to fight for your position now. And now that there's less men, and this is what happens when you want to be part of the girl clique instead of hanging out with the guys. You hanging out with Lucinda and trying to be with the girls. Whole time you got Tyrique, Johnny, Toby, they all. Now, granted, I don't think they was going to let Kendall in, but they got a whole alliance going on. You get what I'm saying? So that's why I'm like, Kendall, you knew that at the end of the day that you going to have to fight for your position probably every time that you are vulnerable from this point on.
Yeah, so Isaiah tells Josh that I wouldn't want to go against you or Johnny during a competition. If it was to come to that, he knows he would be in third place, and he is just the middleman. Yeah. Johnny, Toby, and Tyrique don't understand what Isaiah is doing, trying to play the middle. Like, the guys were chosen for the duel. That's it. There's really no other conversation to have. Johnny tells Isaiah that Josh tells Isaiah that those guys don't have your back. Lucinda didn't realize that there was a divide with the guys, and Johnny said it's because some people think they're untouchable. And she doesn't like hearing them talk bad about Isaiah in that way. So the UK folks are saying to Isaiah that you don't have to explain yourself, but Isaiah felt like he needed to clarify things, but he realizes he might be messing himself over by trying to play the middle.
And I'm 100% on Tyrique, Johnny, and Toby's side. Yeah. Why are you over there trying to explain yourself? First of all, we understand that there was tension in the whole house, right? Because the winning team just disappeared for the night and nothing happened that night. Everybody went to bed. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? So no one can even prepare themselves mentally the night before for what will happen. And then you have to remember what happened the night before on a kiss. Even Kendall was talking about when he got a kiss from, I think it was Lucinda or something like that. He said, I thought that was a UK thing, or it was Sydney. It was whoever.
It was Josh.
It was, Kendall said he thought it was a UK thing from somebody else. I thought.
No, Josh said that because Lucinda kissed him.
Josh, it was Josh. Yeah. Right. So they had to remember off top, like, okay, who kissed me? Because I thought it was going to be a kiss on the lip.
Oh, okay.
I thought that they had to find a way to do it on the lip. But it's easy for them to, sneak one on the cheek. And now you got Isaiah over here trying to basically, in my opinion, play both sides, right? Over here trying to basically be like, I'm sorry. That's the thing I don't like. If you are the one that's on the winning team, we already know that there is a competition that needs to happen. I don't want to hear your I'm sorries at the point, because at the end of the day, you put me up. Right? And I don't need nobody to play middleman. And I think Isaiah put himself in a tough position because now they may gun for you because you want to be playing both sides. What are your thoughts?
I think that Isaiah was in a tough position because he is part of the USA guys. Mm-hmm. And so they probably thought that they had some type of allegiance to each other.
Yeah.
And when the situation, got revealed, they were probably looking at Isaiah like, what was you talking about when everything was going down, essentially. But I don't think it was a thing of Isaiah was saying like, what, you want me to kick them while they're down type of situation. It's like, all you have to tell them is, hey, this is what the majority decided, and the thing is that on the side with the UK guys, Isaiah is bottom of the totem pole. But when it comes to his personal game, it makes sense to get the strongest competitors out. So, I mean, I feel like Isaiah said that to Josh and to Kendall that, hey, Josh, like, I wouldn't want to go against you and Johnny. But it's not necessarily like you need to try to stay friends with these people, so to speak. It's just, it is what it is. So,
but that's just a weak thing to say, though. Like, even though, like, I feel like he's trying to pander to me. Like, if he's coming up to me and was like, hey, man, like, I wouldn't want to go against you.
But I feel like it's saying, like, you're a strong competitor. Like, of course I'm going to choose a strong competitor.
But
Is it better to say it that way?
Just don't say anything. It's better.
Well, I'm saying that I feel like either way they were going to approach Isaiah because he's USA.
And at the end of the day, you just say majority vote wins.
Yeah.
You don't have to go into detail talking about, man, if I had to go up against Johnny or if I had to go up against you, Josh, like, my chances are low against that. Like, of course I got, like, no, you don't have to pander. Like, at the end of the day, they have to duel for their spot in the villa. And you just say majority vote wins.
Okay.
That's just what it is.
We've got Kendall and Garby, and they're talking about how they've had 2 duels in 3 days.
Yes.
And they are hoping they can come out with the win.
Yes.
Nicola is ready to get into the duel, go on attack mode, and Andrea is telling Josh that she was outnumbered. Mm-hmm. He asks her if she still wants him there and where do they stand, and of course she still wants him there and wants him to win.
Do you believe that Andrea wants Josh?
I think as far as the game goes, yeah. I think that she wants him to stay in as a competitor. I think they're having a good time getting to know each other romantically. Do I think she's in love with the guy? No. But I think that they have something good going and she doesn't want to see him leave.
Yeah, I think she's only in it for the game. Like, I think Josh is basically asking a question with a different meaning because she's like, of course I want you to stay because, it benefits me. But I think Josh meant it like in a romantic side, more romantic side than the game side. And I think that, or it comes off to me that Andrea is not really feeling him as much as Josh is feeling her. So when she's over there basically saying yes, and of course I want you to stay, and she's not blinking, I'm like, there's something deceiving about Andrea that I'm picking up that I feel like she is for self, and I have no problem with her being for self because this is Love Island Games, but I definitely get that vibe when I see her and Josh talk.
So we get to before the duel. Ariana arrives and she asks Johnny and Tyrique and Toby if they're a trio, and Toby says no. Isaiah's part of it as well.
Okay.
Josh asks Isaiah if he thinks that he wouldn't be bottom of the totem pole when it comes to them. And the guys tell Isaiah not to let Josh get in his head. And Lucinda tries to say, it doesn't have to be like that. These are my really good friends. Like, Lucinda, you're always sticking your neck out for these guys.
Of course.
And you really don't have to because they're going to stick up for themselves anyway. So.
And this is what I don't understand. Like, hopefully all of y'all understand what the play is going to happen. The play that is going to happen is right now we have Tyrique, Toby, and Johnny. They are a team, a power team, right? They gonna turn on Johnny, like that's obvious. You get what I'm saying? They just gonna use Johnny to basically do all the heavy work, and in some way they are gonna turn on each other. And I think more Tyrique and Toby gonna turn on Johnny because he's a strong competitor,
and they're actually closer friends. Yeah.
So Lucinda, get out the way of that. Right? This is what happens when you want to be a pick-me and you're not listening to Justine, who is a champion of last season, to which you're like, the guys are running the villa, right? You got to use that to your advantage because if they're running the villa eventually they're going to turn on themselves. You get what I'm saying? So with her over here talking like, oh, no, it's not none of that. It's like, Lucinda, you don't even know what's going on most of the time. Just relax.
So we get to the duel. There are 5 balls of varying weight. Mm-hmm. Whoever has the fewest balls on your half of the ring, you win, and it's best out of 3.
Yes.
So we start with the girls. First round, Garby wins.
Yes.
In the second round, there was a moment where Garby was throwing the ball into Nicola's pit. Mm-hmm. The ball ended up hitting Nicola in the head.
Yes.
The medics come out to check on her. She's talking about how she wants to keep playing. She ends up, having a tear fall. And we learned that Nicola can't continue in the duel, but based off of the duel that was completed, Garby won and Nicola is going home.
So I asked you the question first, Blair. Did Garby do it on purpose?
I don't think she did.
Okay.
Yeah, and the reason I don't think she did is because the way that I saw it, she was literally throwing and then running to grab the next one. Mm-hmm. I think that she was just throwing the ball to get it off of her side, and I don't think she was paying attention to where it was landing. She was just throwing, running, and I think she was moving really fast and not looking at where she was throwing.
Yeah. I'm almost split on this, right? For one, let me dispute some claims that's been going online and stuff. Basically saying that Nicola should sue Love Island because they didn't give them headgear and things of that nature. And I'm just like, well, the reason why they didn't get them headgear because they did not expect someone to get hit in the head with a ball. Yeah. Because this is not a game the way you throw it at somebody's head. You get what I'm saying? The whole point of the game is just to have as much balls in their big pit. You get what I'm saying? Based off of Garby's strategy in the first round, I thought it was excellent strategy. She just ran up, pushed all the balls there, and just let Nicola, you have to pick up every ball and put it on my side, and the minute you go grab another ball, I'm just going to take that one ball and just throw it right back.
Yeah.
Right? I thought it was great strategy. I thought near the end of the first round, Nicola actually had a good strategy of taking all the balls and put it on the edge of her wall. Mm-hmm. And then if I was her, I would have picked up a ball and just throw it as far as possible.
And then push all the other ones.
Push all the other ones, right? Mm-hmm. So the second round, Nicola was doing a better job, but she was not winning, right? I am 75-25 that Garby did it on purpose. And this is why, right? And when I say she did it on purpose, I am not holding it against her that she did it on purpose. Because I said, if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. Right?
You did say that.
I did say that. So by me saying that she did it on purpose, that's not me saying that she's a bad person and she should get blamed for all this. I think.
Do you think that she meant to hurt Nicola?
That's the tricky part.
Because even if she did it on purpose,
I meant to throw it at your head, but I didn't mean to hurt. I didn't mean to hurt you. That's where like it gets kind of like the lines get blurred right there.
Okay.
I think in this game the reason why I say Garby did it on purpose is because these things just keep happening to Garby, even though this is the second time. In the first competition to where she was in a competition to where people was mad at her, she said, I didn't mean to spit in your bowl and things like that, like with the whole bird feeding thing, right? I didn't mean to do it in your bowl. I ain't mean to do it in your bowl. Only thing I was worried about was just getting it out my mouth, and that's the first bowl I saw. I could be like, all right, but I don't believe that, and I'm not holding her against it for putting a bowl, right? Now with this one, out of it's you again. Eventually, there comes a point to where it's like it's always you, right? I think in some way she grabbed the ball when she went to the ball. She had her back towards Nicola. She had the ball. She could have. That pit is big. She could have threw that ball behind her, right? But she threw it. I think she threw it towards her, but not to mean to give her no concussion or to hurt her. I think it was just a game of basically it's two competitors, and she was trying to do everything in her power to be close to the line without crossing it. And by mistake, she crossed the line and ended up hitting the girl in the head. But I think Garby is one of those competitors to where she's not a rule breaker, but she's a rule bender. You get what I'm saying? So she would throw the ball at you, but not trying to hurt you. You get what I'm saying? Just to basically make you be like, okay, like if you want the ball in your pit, go come at you. But at the same time, I'm not trying to injure you. You get what I'm saying? And to me, I have no problem with that if it's all in the dueling type of competition thing, because you need it's a fight for who gets to stay in the villa, right? So if she's trying to do everything she can to get an advantage, I have no problem with that. So 75-25, she did it on purpose.
So we get to the boys. Round 1, Josh wins.
Of course.
Round 2, Josh wins.
Of course.
They were both fighting at round 2 over this one ball to just stay onto the other person's side. And just by a second, Josh was able to push that ball onto Kendall's side. So Kendall is going home.
How happy is Blair that Kendall is going home?
Very happy.
Wow.
Very happy. And the thing is that it's not like I look at all of these contestants and think all of them are more genuine or more real, so to speak. I think everybody is coming onto this with their own motives and their own reasons with the money and beyond and everything like that. But I just felt like Kendall was playing Garby because I don't think he's actually interested in Garby. And I think that he was doing it for his personal, represent PR or whatever the case may be, to be seen a different type of way. So I think it went beyond just winning the money. I think there was something a little bit more insidious about wanting to appear a certain way and to get certain approval. And I don't know. I just find that to be weak. So I'm glad he's gone.
Yeah, I think this was just trying to... I think Kendall was trying just to leave another lasting impression than the last impression he left when it came to Love Island. And the minute that he was paired up to go up against Josh, there was no doubt in my mind that Josh was going to win. It was like, well, Kendall's going home today. Yeah. Because that's why I said last episode, if it's Josh versus Casey, this show is staged because whoever's going up against Josh, you should automatically assume that Josh is going to win, right? Because Josh is the type of person, he's just a little too serious, but he's the type of person where he takes these things very seriously when it comes to competition. And I just don't think Kendall can match that level of intensity that Josh brings. I will say this also with Nicola, though, right? I understand she got hit in the head with the ball, right? I understand that she said she wanted to continue. Of course, they did not let her. Hopefully, she's okay. But I do not feel bad that Nicola is going home because she said out her mouth she's not here for a romantic connection, and she's not here for the money. So what?
Well, she would have been if anybody would have liked her.
But eventually, she gave up on that. And then she said she's not really here for the money. What would she do with the money? She said get a car wash. Let's give that money to somebody who would do more with it than get a car wash. You get what I'm saying? So I'm just saying Nicola's fine. We don't have to do a sympathy edit for her or feel bad for her and be like hoping that Love Island gets sued and, oh my goodness, where was the headgear? She's fine. She's good. She didn't get shot. You get what I'm saying? Anything else?
That's all I got.
I need you to subscribe, like, share, comment, all the above. We see you next time.
Bye.